Hello, my beautiful people. Welcome to your channeled message reading or your exclusive reading. By the way, you guys, I'm going to be trying something different here on the channel. I've decided to really go back to doing zodiac sign readings to give people options when it comes to choosing what message resonates with them and what message doesn't. So I'm going to really do my very best this year to be consistent in uploading the individual 12 zodiac sign readings for your sun, moon, Venus, or rising. If you don't know your sun, moon, Venus, or rising, definitely after watching this reading, click the description box of this video. And I have linked, it's Astrology Cafe. This is not a sponsored video at all. But Astrology Cafe is just a really nice website that gives people free birth charts. So it is linked in the description box, and you can just take a look at your birth chart, your sun, moon, Venus, or rising, so that you can watch these 12 zodiac sign readings that I will be uploading. I will still be doing channeled messages. The channeled messages will be free, but the exclusive readings will have an extended that you have a choice whether or not you want to pay for it to view the extended. So zodiac sign readings will be free, channeled message readings will be free, but exclusive readings, they are exclusive. So you can access the extended by paying for it. And I will always make it clear if a reading is exclusive. Like the thumbnail of this video that you're watching, it says exclusive tarot reading. So that's just how I'm going to organize my channel. It's something that I'm just starting. If it doesn't work out, I'll find another way. And I just want to do this because I always want to give people options. I always want a variety of videos on my channel. Some people love romance readings. And by the way, I will still be doing romance readings. Some people love romance readings. Some people love the channeled messages. The channeled messages is a message for the collective. So like the most dominant energies in the collective, but it's not always going to resonate with everyone. And I don't want people to take messages that, aren't theirs, especially heavy messages. And then now they're scared and paranoid. So I do ask, always use discernment. Don't force a message to resonate if it doesn't. But I'm doing my best to just make the channel fun, enjoyable, but also helpful for everyone. So romance readings will be there for my people who love love, who love romance. For those who are in like heavy situations where they're dealing with, spiritual warfare and enemies, and who really have strong missions and a higher calling, a higher purpose. I'm sure they will love the channeled message readings. And for my people who love astrology, zodiac signs, you will love your zodiac readings. And then for those of you who don't mind paying for an additional reading, I'm sure you will love the exclusive reading. So lots of options and variety to keep everyone happy. But that's just how I'm going to be organizing my readings moving forward, hopefully if it successfully goes. Okay. So let's go ahead and get started. Now, I did channel a message right before starting this reading, and I'm sure that's what the reading is going to be about. There is a spiritual being who has a very interesting life. It's like I saw this person, whether they are a man or woman, keep an open mind, but I'm just going to call them a spiritual being because really they are. This person's like a medium. They time travel in a way. They are traveling through timelines. There's a spiritual being who is a medium, and they time travel. They travel through timelines, and every person or many of the people who they've been encountering in this lifetime, they've had a past lifetime with. They've had a past lifetime with. And so, we use that word like karmic. Well, what is karmic, right? Just because something's karmic doesn't mean that it's bad or it's evil. A lesson becomes karmic when we fail to learn it the first or second time, and then it has to repeat itself over and over. So now it's like a cycle, a never-ending karmic cycle. So if something's karmic, that means you've had an encounter with it several times and you still didn't learn the lesson, or you still didn't do things differently. And God is bringing the situation back to you in hopes that you'll do things better. You'll make a better decision. So, karmic soulmates, most likely there's like unfinished business between the two of you. Or I've also seen situations where you can meet a karmic soulmate, like someone from a past life who really mistreated you, who really trespassed against you. And they're under heavy judgment for that. So God is giving them another lifetime with you to make better decisions with you, to treat you better, to do things differently, so that when that time of judgment does come, they can't look at God and say, oh, I didn't know better, or I didn't have many chances. And I do believe in, I know it's not biblical, but I do believe in past life. Because I don't believe that God gives us just one time, just one time. I don't feel like he just gives us one chance. There's no way. I feel like he gives us several lifetimes so that we can grow, evolve, and become enlightened enough where we actually earn that seat next to him. So I feel like past lives are absolutely real. I would be lying to you as a spiritualist if I say they weren't. So each lifetime that God gives us, it is to learn, it is to grow, it is to evolve, it is to become so enlightened that he deems us ready to have a seat by him. So life is all about learning through trial, error, mistakes. But there's a person here who their life is like a book. Their life is like a movie. They are time traveling and they don't even know it. Maybe they do, right? But they're traveling down a timeline, and each past life soulmate who they meet, they had a past life with them. They had a past life with them. It's like meeting the several past life. Like, how do I even say it? It's so cool. But I hope I'm making sense. These past life soulmates were they had a lifetime with you. You had a lifetime with them. These soulmates that you're encountering, it's not your first time meeting them on a soul level. Which is why when you first saw them in this lifetime, things may have been very strong and intense. You may have even felt like you knew them from somewhere, but you didn't, because of course, each time that we have a different lifetime, we're not going to remember our past lives unless God reveals it to us through like a dream or vision. So the mind doesn't remember, but the soul remembers. So when you meet someone and there's just like that strong, energy between the two of you, they're most likely some sort of past life soulmate. And then when they start acting out, right? I've seen situations, like especially in my own life, where I had an encounter with someone who like was my enemy in past lives, several past lives. Oh my gosh. And their hatred for me just intensified in every lifetime. And it was God giving them a chance to do things differently, like to reconcile with me. But they just kept on being very cruel to me, okay? But thankfully I got away from that person. They were very chaotic, maybe even psychopathic. But anyways, that's just what happens. Like when we've hurt people and that person, especially, it's never good to leave things unresolved and you allow that person to die with that resentment in their heart or that regret in their heart. I don't believe that it's possible to enter heaven with resentment, hatred, or any sort of darkness in our hearts. It'll be very, very hard for us to enter those gates of heaven when we're still carrying some heavy resentment for people. So God will send us back down to earth, and then we encounter that person again, and we see if we can fix it, if we can resolve it. And we all have free will. Okay, some of you have met people who just hated you and you didn't do anything to them. That's like some past life hatred that transferred into this lifetime. So just watch out. And some of you may have soulmates who you just love to death and you don't know why. It's because you were most likely with them in a past life. But there's this spiritual being here who is literally time traveling and may not even know it. They are traveling timelines and they're meeting soulmates who they had past lives together, who they had past lives with. And this current soulmate who they've encountered is an interesting one that is very confusing, because this person is carrying past life energies. Oh my gosh. So it's almost like you're seeing two people in one. This person, where's the card? This is going to be, bear with me because I want to explain this thoroughly so you can understand what the heck is going on with you. Because this current soulmate who you've encountered, if this is your reading, and I always do my best to be detailed so that you can know if this reading is for you or not, unless you just want to watch it for entertainment purposes, because we can all learn from other people's stories. But this current soulmate who you've met, look, oh my gosh, 38, the bridge card, overcoming difficulties. That's what the bridge card is all about. Because I feel like this individual was a complete nightmare. In like whatever past life you guys had, in that past life, I feel like this person traumatized you. I feel like things ended, 42. The compass card, which is all about guidance and direction. So that's confirmation that I'm pinpointing this correctly. Number 10, the sky card. Yeah. Okay. Yep. That's confirmation that I'm guiding you correctly if this is your reading. Okay. This person was a complete nightmare in a past life that the two of you were together. You guys were married and I feel like they tormented you. I feel like they abused you in some way, shape, or form. Whether physically, spiritually, mentally. I feel like they were your worst nightmare. Okay. And I feel like I get this feeling where you felt so suffocated. You almost felt like they would do things to take your power away. You felt powerless. Okay. The torment was heavy with this individual. And I feel like you ran away. You tried to run away from this person time and time again. And in this lifetime, though, you're not called to run away from this person. You're called to stand your ground with this person and face them. You're not going to be bullied or tormented by this individual. There's not going to be a repeat. You're going to finish this karma with them in this lifetime. And I feel like when you met them, there's this feeling of like feeling powerless, like your hands were tied, like this person had an upper hand. And the assignment was to overcome that difficulty and make yourself stronger. The assignment was to stand your ground and not allow that person to put you in chains, to make you feel imprisoned, lots of control issues that they carried, lots of possessiveness that they carried in this past lifetime. I feel like this person almost like barricaded you. Like, I don't know if they kept you in a house. I don't know if they kept you in a house or something like that. But you were controlled by this individual. And you saw this person as like a beast. And you ran and ran and ran and ran from this individual, and they took your power. And in this lifetime, I feel like you did something completely different. I actually feel like you encountered this person and I feel like, let me correct myself. Spirit is saying you didn't just encounter this person, you went to this person. From running away from them. So in a past life, you ran away from them, you escaped. In this lifetime, you sought them, you went to find them. That's symbolic. You're stronger in this lifetime. So from you running away from them in the past lifetime to you finding them. Because I feel like in this lifetime, you stepped into their life. You entered their life. It wasn't by coincidence. Okay? You guided yourself to this individual and then they bumped into you. Yeah. And then I feel like you were near them in some way, shape, or form. So I don't know if you worked with them, if you live in the same house as them, building as them, community as them, neighborhood as them. But it's so powerful how it was your free will. You entered their life. Like you may have not processed it mentally, right? But your soul was the one that found this person. That's how strong you are. Wow. And maybe you didn't know, like on a conscious level, maybe you're just like, no, James, I just moved somewhere or I took a trip somewhere and that's how I met this person. But you were actually on a soul level, your soul guided you. And remember, the soul remembers, but the mind doesn't. You know, in each lifetime, we get a new mind. We get a different body and everything. Some of us even switch genders, right? Some of you were male in your past life, now you're a woman. But the soul remembered and you entered this person's life. You found them. And I feel like, and what is so like powerful is I feel like you lived near this person. Like you either worked with them in some way, shape, or form, or you lived with them, you know, in the same home, building, community, neighborhood, something like that. There's no running. In this lifetime, you're not running. And again, sometimes we will encounter past life soulmates so that they can make amends with us because they trespassed against us. And it's judgment day. It's like God is giving them another chance to make things right so that they can't say that they didn't know better. They can't say that they didn't have a chance, okay, when judgment day does come. So, and by the way, if this person does not make amends with you, I see really, really bad karma for them. I see a big financial loss for them. A really, really big financial loss. So they're not going to get away with it. They're not going to get away with it in this lifetime at all. And Spirit is saying this person's skating on thin ice. Imprisonment. They're skating on thin ice. If they do not make amends with you, there is really bad karma here. I saw financial loss and then imprisonment is here. They might go to jail or they might take such a big financial loss that they won't have the freedom to really do the things that they're used to doing. You know, when people are in such financial loss, they can't do what they want. They don't have the tools and resources to do what they want. So the punishment for this person is going to be extremely, extremely severe. Wow, coffin, death. I feel like if this is someone of a high status in the community, they may actually lose their badge of honor and lose their status. If this is someone who's very wealthy, they will become dirt poor. If this is someone who has a lot of opportunities, a lot of freedom, they will go to prison. The karma for this individual is the kind of karma that will suffer them. Mature woman. And if they keep on tormenting you, it's not gonna be pretty. You don't have anything to worry about with this individual. Mature woman and mature man. I told you, you guys were married and probably even had kids and everything. Because the mature woman is like the empress, the mother figure. Then the mature man is the father figure. You guys were definitely together in a past life. Especially if this person tries to control you, keep you confined, restricted, limited, bound, chained in any ways, it's going to backfire and happen to them. Okay? I think this person has had multiple chances with you to change their ways, multiple lifetimes with you. This is the final lifetime where if they do not make amends and they actually repeat what they did to you, let's just say their life is going to change in a drastic way and not in a good way. So I feel like when you met this person, there was a very strong bond, a very strong connection with this individual. Okay. And this person, though, they have like it's almost like you're dealing with two people in one. It's one person. It's one person, but there's a past life that's playing out. So their past life energy is also coming out. Wow. This is incredible. This is a complex situation. Sorry, you guys, my eyes. It's a complex situation because it's like you're dealing with the same person, but they're carrying a past life energy and their current lifetime energy. It's like two people in one. They're showing up as a mature man. They may not even be old or older. They may be young or youthful. They may not even be a father. But in that past life, oh my gosh, it's like one person carrying two energies. So it can be confusing. It's all making sense. I've had several readings where I would see like an emperor with the King of Wands or an emperor with the King of Cups. Like this person is like an emperor and a king. Even if you look at their spirit form, right? Even if you look at their spirit form, they're going to look one way than what they currently look like in this lifetime. Are y'all hearing me? You know, so even if you pull out the cards, both of their energies are going to show up as an emperor or a king and a king or a king, you know? Even if you're trying to identify who this person is by their age or what they look like, you're going to see two faces, their past life face and their current lifetime face, what they look like in this lifetime. You're going to see two faces, two identities. Because it's like you're time traveling, you're traveling timelines. This is crazy. This is crazy. I've never seen something like this before. You have to be like, I don't know what to call you. But I feel like you're very evolved, you know, and these past life soulmates, the whole goal is for them to save their butt from being punished and do things right with you. That's their whole goal. That's the goal of the two of you meeting. God is like, okay, I'm going to give you another chance to make things right. Speaking to this mature man. But it's like you're reading two people, but it's one person. So they may come off older or younger. Their past self and their current self merge in one. That's why the Mask card came out. Two faces. Wow. It's like time traveling. That is so awesome. So, so, so awesome and powerful. And whatever they are doing to you now is what they did to you in that past life. It's being played out. But will they choose to do things differently? This person's skating on thin ice. I feel like this individual has like a good and bad side, like a sweet and sour side. They're playing both roles as your lover and your enemy. That's why 40 came out with 10, the blade or scythe. It's a sharp, dangerous tool. This person has their sweet side, but then when they get in that emperor energy, they become controlling. Like, it's like they're sweet but sour. And you've experienced two sides of them. This person might even do things that they don't understand. Maybe they're not spiritual enough to understand what's going on. Maybe they don't understand, like, why do they have these phases where it's like, I think this person, their emotions are like a roller coaster, where the love is sweet, then it gets to a point where sometimes they get obsessive, possessive, controlling, and they're like, where's that side coming from? That's their past life energy. Wow. Tell us more. Past life energy. 28. The gentleman card. Like, this person is your love interest. Tell us more. And there is, it's like reading two people, but it's one person. The 25 card is ring. They want a commitment with you. They may even want marriage with you. But this person has some bad ways. They have a bad side. 7, the snake card. And what is that bad side? Their bad side is poverty. It's not, it doesn't mean that they're poor. This person has a poverty mentality, where even if in this lifetime they have more than enough, there's a word for people like this. Like, this person isn't living, they're just surviving. They have a lack mentality. That's what stems their bad side, their shadow side. They are your romantic interest. They love you, they're committed to you, but then like they have these, like, then there's another side to them, snake. And the snake card, number 7, is a snake. Deceit. Yeah, it says snake. Watch out for me because watch out for me because I am always hiding. Sorry, I got distracted. Because I am always hiding. You can never trust or believe me. I am cheating, deceiving, and will betray you in a heartbeat. The snake card reminds me of the 7 of Swords in the other classic decks that we use. Where's that Seven of Swords? There it is. The Seven of Swords is a snake. They're deceitful, they betray people, they lie. The Seven of Swords is someone who likes to lie, they like to cheat to win, they like to manipulate, they like to deceive people, they like to sabotage people, they withhold important information from people, they like to get away with bad things. Didn't I say in a past life, things didn't end very well? Things didn't end very well at all. This person was very dishonest, but then poverty, like this person, they don't live, they survive, and they have a lack mentality. There's something here with poverty. What's more, this word, poverty. We're hitting 30 minutes. The Moon, clarify poverty. The Page of Wands. I'm getting all sorts of icky energies. What is this? Poverty. What? It's almost like this person, I see them tying a rope around you. The Moon is secrets. Things that are hidden, false people, deception. I feel like this person kept on tricking you and creating illusions. Page of Wands. This person could have actually caused you to become poor, impoverished. Hold on. Tell us about poverty. Tell us more about this, Holy Spirit. Thank you for guiding us. Yeah, they caused you to take a loss. This person caused you to take major losses in your life. What? They caused you even a financial loss, Two of Pentacles. This person caused you to suffer. Four of Pentacles is your security, but Two of Pentacles is you having financial issues, having to juggle. This person was like, I see someone tying a rope around you. So lots of illusions, lots of like tricking you and depriving you. Like they were working to make sure that you would take a loss. Page of Wands is good news. The Fool is your new beginning. But I feel like they kept that hidden. It's almost like they didn't want you. This person, they tried to like keep you imprisoned. Like I feel like they didn't want you to spread your wings and fly, and they would hide a lot of things from you. They would lie and deceive you, trick you, sabotage you, just so that you would take a loss. And just so that you would be in a state of poverty, and that way they can have a lot of control over you. You would need them. This person did try to take your power. This person tried to make you feel like nothing that you ever did would be successful. Like every time you would try to work towards something, they would go behind your back and sabotage you and then play stupid. Like every time you would try to work towards something, they would go ahead of you and try to block you and sabotage you. So eventually you felt like nothing that you did was prospering. You felt unlucky. You felt like you couldn't do anything right. And they were hiding good news, good things from you. Page of Wands is good news, good idea that leads you to your new beginning. And it has to do with an occupation. This person tried to strip you away of anything that would prosper you and keep you abundant, because the more resources a person has, the more freedom they have. So this person tried to strip you away of all of your success, everything. Like they literally stripped you down, like they took your power. Oh my gosh. My heart is so heavy from the things that I'm seeing. And so that you would be poor and not have anything, and that way you would need them. And you didn't know that this was happening. You just thought that you were bad luck. You just felt like, you really felt like you were bad luck. You kept on blaming it on the devil. You thought, and indeed the devil is working through this person, but you felt like you were cursed. You felt like you were like unfortunate. You know, the Five of Pentacles, like I'm seeing like a Five of Pentacles where it's like tragedies, misfortune, hardships, and difficulties. Everything just would fall apart in your life. I even feel like the people who you were connected to severed ties with you. And it's not because of something that you did, it's because of them, this snake here, who would even sabotage your bonds and connections with people. They wanted to completely isolate you, take your power, and they took your power by trying to block your success so that you would be poor and need them. They wanted you to lack. They wanted you to lack financially, spiritually, mentally, even people. They wanted to isolate you from people so they would sabotage your connection. This person put you in poverty. This person's like a plague. They were causing death in your life. They were putting an end to your good life. And I feel like they've done it. I feel like they did it again in this lifetime, but there's a plot twist. I feel like you're closer to God in this lifetime. And so he is truly present in your life and has been protecting you and ensuring that you receive justice. This person has tried to put all sorts of blockages and obstacles. They've been, any good news, they try to destroy it. This person is like a plague. They are poisonous. They pollute good things. I feel like this person has done some horrifying things. I would definitely keep what you're working on private. I remember there was a reading that I did where I was giving warnings that some of you, your mail was being stolen by your own lover. Opportunities were being hidden and blocked from you by your own lover. To try to keep your work life as confidential and private as possible. Make sure you protect and secure the things that are important to you. I mean, this person was like a beast, just hunting you, and they fixated on you and they were sabotaging you back to back, not wanting you to prosper, not wanting you to be abundant, because that means you have freedom. They wanted you to be impoverished so that you would need them. Holy Spirit, did I get that right? Look, Five of Pentacles. Oh my gosh. Tragedies, misfortune, hardships, and difficulties. But it wasn't because you were unlucky. It's because this person was hiding in the shadows, sabotaging you. Holy Spirit, did I get this story right? Can we get confirmation? Because I am shocked. Can we get confirmation? Yeah. Whenever I channel messages, the Eight of Wands tends to come out, which represents message, communication. I'm channeling this absolutely correctly. about this Seven of Swords, this snake. This person was like a disease, like a plague. They cause death in all aspects of your life. Your relationships, your friendships, they sabotaged it. Even your work life, your career and finances, they sabotaged it. They wanted to strip you, keep you vulnerable and defenseless so that they can just control you. I don't even know what to say. There must have been something about this, the era of this past life, the era. Maybe it was an era where, because I definitely feel like you were a woman in this past life, and I feel like you were just trying to be independent and self-sufficient, and he didn't want that. There's something about the era is what I'm hearing, that this happened, the era that this happened in 24. It was definitely an era where, you know, the men definitely had more dominance, more upper hand. 24 is the heart card, which is love and harmony. But then number 5, the tree card. I feel like this was back in the days. Like, this was like the old times. Like, the tree card, it says, I am here to stay and grow. I am the health of your body, mind, and soul. It's a sign of health and longevity and the imperative to put down one's roots to ensure a secure future. But it also talks about security, family responsibilities. But it says the tree here also depicts the tree of life, a spiritual symbol that has roots in the most ancient civilizations, whether it be Babylon, Egyptian, or Jewish images of the tree. It speaks here of antiquity and ancient roots. Yeah, this happened during like the ancient times. This happened during like ancient times. But I feel like you were progressive in an era that didn't like progression. And it just irritated. It really bothered this person that they couldn't, like, what was their problem? What really was their problem here? That this person would torment you like this. 5 of Cups. I feel like you've always been progressive and innovative. Even in this lifetime, like the 21st century, you may be someone who's like really accomplished for like your demographic, like your age or where you come from or your gender, you know, or your race. You're very, very progressive. Like you're doing a lot better than people of your demographic. There's something about you where you're like a star. You know, your star shines so bright. You're like light years ahead of many people. And you've always struggled, like in every era, you know, just being different, but in a very progressive way. What was this person's problem to be tormenting you like this? We're gonna hit 45, even though we're supposed to stop at 30. You guys know I'm not stingy with my time. I mean, was it like a self-esteem issue? The Lovers, that you didn't want them? Like, I think this has everything to do with them, but they projected it on you and blamed you for so much. I feel like it has everything to do with them. I don't feel like it's anything that you did to them. I think your progressiveness and your just being such a self-sufficient person really triggered their insecurities. What was their problem? Why did they torment you like this? What was the reason? Yeah, that like there's this look, so there's two lady cards and there's two gentleman cards in the deck. So there's two number 28s and there's two number 29s. So 29. So I don't feel like it's something that you did to this person, which is why you're so heavily protected by them. I mean, you're so protected by God, and it's up to them whether or not they want to make amends with you. If they continue, though, to torment you like this, karma's going to do this person so bad. Like, you're going to feel bad for them. But so don't even worry about that. Don't even become bitter because of what this person has done. And just know that justice is yours. They won't be able to do what they did to you in the past. And if there's anything that they've been doing to you, it's backfiring. It didn't work. They're allowing their love for you to keep you hostage. It's like they are an enemy. They are an enemy, and they are a lover and a foe, like a lover and an enemy. Like, this is crazy. But why did they do this? I don't see anything that you did. 5 of Cups, low self-esteem. This person felt like a failure because you didn't want to be with them. And I don't feel like you didn't want to be with them because they were ugly or anything. They look at their personality. Who wants to be with someone like this? Who really wants to be with someone like this? No matter if they're good looking, successful, who wants to be with this kind of beast, this kind of monster? You know, like 5 of Cups, I feel like you weren't interested in them because, again, you've always been very progressive. So in an ancient era like this, where the men definitely had an upper hand, maybe this person comes from some sort of, I heard dynasty. This is like ancient time. And this was and this person, I feel like they had some sort of high position. They had a high position in society at that time, that era. This is like ancient. This is an ancient soulmate. Y'all go way back. And one thing that hasn't changed throughout lifetimes is they always have some sort of high role in society. So I wouldn't be shocked if in this lifetime, this person's like wealthy and powerful. And then you come in as that hardworking individual, maybe of the working class, and you're just trying to, make a living and get yourself up there. You've always been very, very progressive. Like, you've always had very strong work ethics. Now imagine in an era like this, you know what? Oh, you know why they were upset? Because this person had the influence and the status to marry anybody that they wanted to marry, and you weren't interested. And it just didn't make any sense to them why you weren't interested. Because it was encouraged during that era to want to be with someone of power, affluence and influence. So it was like a big slap to the face that you didn't show any interest in them. I don't even feel like you necessarily rejected this person. I just feel like you didn't bow down to them. You didn't kiss their feet. You weren't like glorifying them, like, like impressed by them. I don't feel like you did anything harsh to this individual. It was your lack of interest in them, and they took an offense to that. Because you're like the one person who didn't fall at their feet. Yeah, you were living comfortably. And there's something about you in this era where you're showing up as the Chariot. The Chariot are very determined people. The Chariot carries a success story. These are people who are very determined to succeed in life. So I don't feel like you were poor. I don't even feel like you were average. I think you could have been like, what do we call it in modern days? Maybe like upper middle, or, like you were up there. Maybe not at their level, but you were up there, because look, the Nine of Pentacles is someone who's very very successful, well accomplished. One person acquiring 9 out of 10 pentacles, and the maximum pentacle in the deck is 10. And pentacles are all about growth, prosperity, money, success, expansion. But it's an independent person with all of this accomplishment. So I just feel like you've always been progressive in many of your lifetimes. You've always been very self-sufficient and independent. And I feel like this person wanted to teach you a lesson, is why they targeted your financial prosperity. That's why they targeted your career and finances. They wanted you to feel like you needed them. Like, oh, okay, she thinks she's all that because she's over there, in her own house. She paid her own car, or, she's, I don't know, this ancient era. I feel like you were doing really good. Or look at her there. She has her own farm or something. She has her own business. She's a market woman. She's a market woman and she's doing well for herself. Wow. I'm going to prove her. I'm going to show her something. Like, I'm going to make a statement, and I'm going to strip her of everything that she has. But I promise you, oh my gosh, the Holy Spirit just said, you will rise. You're going to be this person, when they met you, you were successful. And they're not going to change anything. Like, this person thinks that they have the power to change that. When they met you, you were successful. And even after meeting you, you will be successful. You're about to be even more successful. You're going to be even more successful, because this person met you and they were intimidated by your self-sufficiency. Okay? And so they're like, I'm going to take that away from her. No, you're going to rise above what this individual has done. And I feel like you're going to rise above to the point where you will be of the same status and wealth as this individual. And the more they try to get in your way, the more karma is accumulating against this person. I'm going to end the reading here. We're going to continue it in the extended. So the link to the extended will be in the description box. It'll also be pinned in the comment section, or you can simply click the middle thumbnail on the screen and it'll take you straight to the extended. Take care, everyone, and many blessings to you.